Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a 3-color ombre. So I'm going to start off by taking out my tools. After I sanitize them in the barbicide, I do put them in these pouches. Those pouches are available at Artistry Beauty Supply. So I just sprayed some alcohol on her, and now I'm just going to start pushing back her cuticles. Sometimes when people's cuticles are too dry, I will spray water with alcohol or something like that so that they soften up just a little bit, so I'm able to push them back better. I'm going to be going in with this bit. It's a little cuticle bit. It's really good. I love it because it's not so pointy, and I've been able to really get into her cuticle and lift off all of that dead skin. And this bit is also available at Artistry Beauty Supply. I believe it's $7. Next, I'm going in with the fine sanding bands. This is a white sanding band. These are my favorite ones. I personally feel like they're a little bit softer, well, way softer than the brown ones. So I feel like they're more gentle on the natural nail. So these are the only ones that I'm currently using. And I'm just going to be removing her shine. I'm using this little silver brush. And this brush is also available, as well as the nippers. It's really important to clean your client's cuticles and get rid of all of that dead skin before you apply any type of set. It just helps with lifting, and to me it makes the set look a lot cleaner. I did put this video in fast forward just because I didn't want this to be too long, because I believe it was going to be longer than 30 minutes if I left this process in regular speed, but I did leave the acrylic application in normal speed. So when I'm using a new file, I do grab the buffer and I basically file on top of the buffer to get rid of some of that extra sharpness from the hand file. I'm using my favorite glue. It's the KDS glue. I feel like it dries not super fast, but fast enough where you don't have to hold the tip for too long. This glue and these tips that are stiletto tips, that some people also call them easy coffin tips, because when you cut them down, it gives you an easy coffin look. And they're also straight, so I like them because they don't curve. And the tips and the glue are also available at Artistry Beauty Supply. So now that I applied the tips, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to start cutting them down. I always cut one and then I let my client know if she wants that length or if she would like them a little bit shorter. And after that, I can just start measuring the rest. The silver scissors that I'm using are also available at Artistry Beauty Supply. We have them available in silver and in black. I'm going to be using this 8080 grit hand file. This hand file is also available at Artistry Beauty Supply, and I'm just going to be giving these a quick little shape. After I'm done shaping, I always go in with my white sanding band and I blend the tip to the natural nail. So before I prime, I do clean the nail with alcohol cleanser and a no lint wipe. I did do that, I just didn't film that part. I'm now going in with my favorite primer. It's the Koopa Ink Primer. We also do have this available on our website, and I will also leave that link below in the description. So I'm starting off by applying a bead of clear acrylic, because since we are going to be doing colored acrylic, sometimes the colored acrylic can stain your client's natural nail. So I always do clear acrylic first. I'm using a size 14 brush. We also have this available on our store. I'm also using No MMA nail liquid. It's our brand Artistry Beauty Supply. This clear acrylic that I'm using is also our brand Artistry Beauty Supply. Those two are also available on our website. They're super easy to work with. They're medium set, no MMA, high quality. So when I'm doing a full set, I'm constantly cleaning my brush. This is one way that I clean my brush during like the full set process. I just basically dip it in monomer and I just, with the paper towel, just clean. That way I know that there's no acrylic getting stuck in there and then the brush gets hard and then it's really hard to work with it. So I'm going to be going in with this really light blue. This is an old powder that, not old, but I've had this for a while, so I'm not really sure where I got this from. But it's a very nice blue pastel color. I'm just going to be adding that to the tip and then blending it up. I did leave this clip in regular speed. I did not speed this up, so this is actually how I work. And when I'm applying the acrylic, I'm constantly playing with the sides of the nail, as you guys can see, to keep that straight, sharp look. I feel like if you don't do this, where you're constantly just trying to keep your work neat and cleaning it up, after your nail just ends up really bulky and round, and it's going to be really hard to get that nice crisp shape afterwards. I'm going to switch the angle of the clip so you guys can see my liquid to powder ratio. So I'm going to be going in with this pastel yellow that I quickly mixed in together. And I am running out of liquid, so I'm going to be pouring some of that liquid just in there. And again, this is Artistry Beauty Supply monomer. This is our brand, no MMA, high quality. And I'm just going to start blending the yellow and the blue together. When I'm doing ombres like this, I always work with really thin beads, so I'm not grabbing big beads of the yellow, for example, because if I do, it's going to overpower the blue. And it's also going to make the nail bulky, since we still have to encapsulate the design for protection, of course, because if you file back and you didn't encapsulate your ombre, the ombre is just going to fade away. So very important to just work in very thin sections. If you feel like you need more coverage for the yellow, just add another bead of yellow. So for the thumb, since she did have her hand tilted to the side, the blue acrylic did run, so it was starting to dry, like if it was gonna start dripping off. So since it was still a little bit wet, I was able to fix that. I just grabbed a little bit of liquid on my brush and just pushed it back into place. And then again, as you can see, that's a really small bead of yellow that I'm using. And since I feel like I do need a little bit more coverage by where the nail tip is, I'm just going to be adding a little bit more yellow. That's what I mean by working like in thin sections. For the last color that we're going to blend, we're going to be using Nude 1 Colored Acrylic from Artistry Beauty Supply. So this pink nudie color is from our brand. So it will be available on our website. And again, it's called Nude 1. I'm not sure if I mentioned in the video, but the gloves that I am wearing are in size small, and we also have these available on our website. Here I'm just going to be encapsulating the ombre. So basically I'm just applying clear acrylic and I'm just overlaying that on top of what I created. That way when I file back on it, I'm filing on top of the acrylic, the clear acrylic, and not the design. To seal the nails, I'm going to be using a fine carbide bit. This is a gold fine carbide bit. These are available at artistrybeautysupply.com. And I'm just going to be going around the cuticle area. That's going to remove any excess acrylic. It's also going to just seal the cuticle area so that there's no lifting. We're also going to take this time to remove the bulk if there's any. Smooth out the nail, even it out. At this point, I did speed up the video just to make the video a little bit shorter. So this isn't actually how fast I work with the drill. I always like going in with a fine sanding band after I'm done using the carbide bit. I feel like this further seals the nail and it also smooths out any imperfections that the other bit might have left. Overall, I just love the way that this makes the nails look. I'm going to be using the same hand file that I used in the beginning of the video to finish shaping off the nails. Again, this is an 80/80 grit hand file and it is available at Artistry Beauty Supply. And when I am shaping the nails, I usually do the sides, make sure that they're straight, and then I turn the whole hand around and then I'll shape them from the top. After I'm done shaping, I always go in with a buffer, and this is going to get rid of any lines. It's going to like further smooth out the nail so that when you apply the top coat or your gel polish, and this buffer is available at Artistry Beauty Supply. So I had my client wash her hands after I buffed her nails, so I'm just going to go in straight with the non-wipe top coat. This one is from A.G.A. It's really good. I love this one. I prefer non-wipe top coats. I feel like they shine a little bit more. So I'm just going to be applying one coat of this, and then I'm just going to be curing it for 60 seconds under an LED lamp. The LED lamp that I'm using specifically in this video is a D&D LED lamp, and we also have it on our website.